in. You can listen to our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Google, TuneIn, and others. And now, let's talk Tech Talk.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Tech for Tech Tech Talk. This is a live show where hopefully we help your IT business grow. First of all, before we get into this, let us know if you can hear and see us, because obviously, well, we want to know we're not talking to ourselves. Anyone who is watching from LinkedIn or is having problems on LinkedIn, apparently LinkedIn is having a few issues with events, which this is what's classed as on LinkedIn. On desktop browsers. Seems to work okay in the app, but it doesn't seem to be working on desktop browsers. So obviously, well, if you can't hear that's why. Basically, it's not as if you can do much about it. But you can also see us on YouTube, but obviously you're not going to see the notifications and so forth if you haven't signed up via YouTube. Again, guys, if you can hear us. So Ian, thank you very much. We've got Dan as well saying loud and clear, which is really good. So at least we've got two people listening to us and we're not talking to ourselves. So today's episode is 134 and this is the TechMax Update Show. I'm Phil Griffiths.
I'm Jenny, and we're going to be your host for the next hour.
Well, hopefully it won't take that long, but however long you guys want. If you guys have got any questions about TechMax, which is what we're talking about tonight, feel free, ask them in chat. We'll go through those as we're going. We're going to go through everything that we've thought of and people have asked in previous years, step by step, just to make sure you're all clear what's going on and so forth. So hopefully...
There's a lot of planning that goes into this. So... we hope that we cover everything, but then, like Phil said, if you still have questions, feel free to ask.
That's it. So we're not going to have a news thing tonight or anything like that because, well, the news is this. So
yeah,
we're going through
news.
it. So this is the news as such. So again, if you're a Facebook user, make sure you comment with your name afterwards, just like Rayleigh Computer Shop's done, because Facebook is also having issues with restream links.
Is there anyone not having issues?
Oh. Well, I don't know. I'm not having any issues.
Yes, you are.
Well, maybe. But there we go. So that's nothing new. Right, okay, so let's get on to this. So let me start it off. So what is TechMax? So if you're unaware, TechMax is a trade show which is aimed at independent traders, just like most of you who are watching, and resellers. It also includes MSPs. There's going to be plenty of vendors and exhibitors there from distributors, as well as people doing a few different talks and stuff. When is it? It's on the 21st of June. That's this year. We do it this yearly, so this is our third event. And the reason why we pick this date, because a lot of people always ask, why do we always pick this date? Is because it's not far or long after Computex, and basically Computex is in Taiwan. It's usually where a lot of products get shown off for the first time globally and released or previews, and a lot of these products will then come over to us generally 2-3 weeks later to the vendors and distributors in the UK to be shown off for the first time in the UK, and even some products are shown off first time globally at our event. So there was last year. So when it is, so it starts at 10 a.m. So that's 10 a.m. in the morning, if you didn't figure that one out. So, well, you never know.
Okay.
But basics is 10 a.m., 21st of June, and we're at Magna, which is classed as Rotherham, but it's sort of closer to Sheffield. It's sort of between Rotherham and Sheffield. It's
if
next
you
to Meadowhall.
say it's in Sheffield, you offend the people of Rotherham.
Yeah.
If you say that it's in Rotherham, you offend the people of Sheffield.
That's it. It's right next door to Meadowhall, junction 34, I think it is, off the top of my head. So it's basically a living museum. I'll just show a couple of pictures of it. So this is
we
what
keep
it looks.
Meaning to go and have a look around ourselves and see the museum, but we are always working.
Yeah, we're going to say we always go and do, obviously, the stuff about TechMax, but not the actual museum. So this is what it looks like from the outside. It's a big old, well, I'll say old museum. It's an old steelworks, so which is famous, obviously, for those of you who are not from up north, Steelworks, Sheffield, Rotherham was really big in that in the years gone by. They've got quite a few large exhibition rooms. As you can see, there's one there. That's the main exhibition hall we're going to be using again for the second year, which is absolutely huge. It's quite hard to grasp how big it is in that image.
And we're going to be using the whole room this time. Last year, we only used part of it.
Yeah.
This year, we're going to use the whole enchilada.
That's it. So, and there's a few other pictures there. There's, if you want to go around the museum during the event, you can do as well. If you wish, you can get tickets from main reception, but we'll run you through a bit more through that in a few minutes. So, a lot of people ask, why are we doing it here rather than doing it in London or doing it in Scotland or doing it some other place? Basics is, we need a venue which is large enough and offers off all the facilities and services this one does, because a lot of people have said, oh, you can go here, there, and everywhere, and the place only holds 1,000 people max. This just one room holds 5,000. So we need a facility big enough and also in the right price range as well. When I say price range, it's price range to us and works out to you in the end, because if we were to go for, let's just say, Excel in London, the prices are extremely higher. We've looked into all these places as well, even places like Silverstone, Man United, and stuff like that.
Believe me, I really wanted Silverstone. I really did.
But the problem is due to the higher prices, either renting the building or food-wise, for example, Silverstone, I think the cheapest set meals was like £55 per person for the evening, and that's before
and it
drinks.
Wasn't much. I mean, this was just a little bitty bite nibble kind of meal.
So basics is we've found a venue. Second year we're here. We were happy with it the first year. We've done a few updates to make it a bit more smooth going. But basics is this location is large enough. It's a destination. There's plenty of things to do around Sheffield, Rotherham, and even Chesterfield areas. You can even see that on the website. There's some information if you want to visit and make a weekend of it. Now, the actual venue is set up a certain way. So I'll just show you a picture of the actual venue, overhead shot. So this is the whole venue. We're going to be using mainly the big hall for the exhibition, which is at the top right of the screen. At the bottom left, you've got the red hall, which is where we had the meals. And so that's obviously lunch and evening meal if you've got a ticket for it. And you've also got a few other different rooms there. But the main part we're going to be using is that red hall, the big hall, and room 6, which is just to the left of the big hall, which is going to be used for the talks. So we've got a separate room this year for the talks, which means that we shouldn't have as many issues regarding volume levels as in the big hall overpowering the talks. Also, we've got a extremely large screen for display, so an 86-inch screen for the presentations, so you should be able to see that from anywhere in that room, so you shouldn't have any problems at all. Right, okay, so moving on from that, so just a quick show you the exhibition layout. Again, everything we're telling you tonight is subject to change, things can change and so forth, like with anything like this, but 99% should be on the ball, basically. So this is the exhibition layout. So this is the big hall. You can see all the exhibition areas, 107 in total. In comparison to last year, I think it ended up being 77. It should have been 79, but 77 in the end due to someone dropping out at the last minute. So last year, we cut the room off roughly halfway.
I want to say it was about where 40 is, table 40.
Yeah, where table 38, 39, 40, and 81 is roughly. So you've got all that extra room down to the right, and we've got more room at the bottom for extra vendors as well, including from 89 up to 107, which will be utilised in different ways. Right, okay, so I think that's it from the pictures there. So everything at the facility is ground level. So if you've got any disabilities or any issues moving around, everything is flat from the car park all the way into the building itself. So it's totally flat, no stairs, no lifts, anything like that. So if you've got any mobility issues or you just got a bad back, it should make things a lot easier for you. So the facility as well, talking about disabled and disabilities and accessibility, also has radar key facilities. That's obviously, you'll know what they are if you've got one. Basically, it allows you access to like disability parts in the facility, which it has got. The main exhibition will be in the big hall, as we said, and you won't have to go from room to all the different areas. Like some events you go to, you go in one room, then another one, just to see all the exhibitors. Everything's all in one huge room. Think of it like a school gymnasium, but hell of a lot bigger, is probably the best way of putting it. So big, long room. So I think that pretty much covers it for where it is. So let's go on to the sponsors and basically who's actually going to be coming to the event. I'll let Jen go through that with you.
Alrighty. So our sponsors, number one, we've got Case King in association with Strimplify, Ducky, Thunder X3, and Arrow Cool as our main sponsors. Arrow Cool is sponsoring lunch. Strong for the awards. Iyama is our digital sponsor, and what that means is they've got us some great big nice monitors that we're going to be using around the venue for certain things, like one will be in the talks area and some will be showing ads for maybe menus, things like that around the facilities that help your day go smoother.
Yeah, maps and stuff like that as well.
We have an evening drink sponsor in which we are awaiting payment, so I can't tell you the name right now, but they will be announced when we receive payment. We have some opportunities still for sponsorship. If you want, please contact me, info@techfortex.co.uk. I'll let Phil put that up there for me. Money made from sponsorships goes right back into the event. This is important because it helps us make the event better for you if we have sponsorships, the more we can do for you. And it's an ideal way of promoting your business to the independents and showing that you care. We will have, the exhibitors. Will you put the logos on for me? Thank you. We have distributors, Case King UK, ALM Wholesale, Spire Technology, CMS Distribution, Origin, Bugs and Bytes Computing, Replace Base, VIP Computers, TechPoint Distributors, and Target Components, also PAX 8. Their vendors are Recycle Your Tech, Arctic, EADR, Kingston, ISL Online, Thunder X3, Urban Factory, Marvo, Prevo, Pixel, Be Quiet, Norton, TP Link, MZSoft, Surefire, MSI, Lexar, Seasonic, TechWare, Verbatim, Strimplify, Ducky, OCPC, Thermaltake, Mobile Pixels, I know 3D, Target PC Build Services, Logix, Lindy, CMS Cables, Cables Direct, Draytech, Samsung, NZXT, QNAP, Pluggable, Cloud Dolphin, A-Pacer, Business Bollocks, Hammond & Co., Iyama, Strong, and Arrow Cool. Woo, that was a mouthful.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can see you lagging behind there. But yeah, definitely. And again,
unofficial, but should be attending after payment and contracts and all of that good happy stuff is Asus, Deepcool, Eurosoft, and Bose computers. Not to be confused with Bose that makes the speakers.
Yeah. And obviously, that's not the end of it either. We've got a lot more that we're still in talks with. So it should be pretty good. Let's have a look. Let's quickly go through the chat first before we go on to the next part. which we'll quickly talk about the talk. So we've got Richard Creedy saying, evening all, sorry I'm late. That's fine, Richard. That's not a problem. We've got Gadget Joe saying, evening folks, how we're doing? Doing fine, thank you. I think Jen's about to lose her voice after that list of vendors. And it's only going to get bigger the closer the event we get, which is good.
Which I'll say, just email me and ask me for a list.
That's it looks like Gadget Joe's got all his batteries for his camera and memory cards, business cards, bag and everything, and a cameraman as well is bringing with him, so that's good.
Nice.
Good evening all from Tennant's Lager, your evening drink sponsor. Yeah, okay. Obviously, if anyone doesn't realise, that's someone having you on because the name's not being shown. We've got Sean from Brolly IT Services there. We've got a Facebook user saying, looking forward to the event. If you are on Facebook, make sure you put your name at the end, a bit like Sean has done, so we know where you're from and who you are, because the Facebook's basically not allowing Restream, which is a service we're using, to show names at the moment. And I think that's happening with quite a few streaming services. So it gives you a rough idea. So let's I think we got all the chat there. So we've got Sharon Richards also saying, excited to be joining for the third year running. Yep, Sharon should be there and everything. We've just got to finalise contract with her and so forth. So if you're looking into diagnostic software for stress testing or whatever, person to go to, and that's obviously Eurosoft, and the software's called PC Check, and they've got a few others as well. Zero Data, I think, it's the erasing program. But anyway, enough of me waffling on. So let's talk about the talks. So let me just share the screen so you can actually see who we've got on the talks. So exhibitors, and turn that on.
I like it, Richard. Richard said, so that's why I went the YouTube route, so I don't have to remember to put my name.
That's it. Right, okay, let me just put that on full screen so you can roughly see what's going on. And I'm just turning chat off for a few seconds. Don't worry, if you comment, I'll still be able to see it and I'll come back to you. But it gives you a rough idea. We've got some of the talks, what are going off. They are going off at different times, though. So I'll just run you. There is a list, and there will be one on the website doing it in time order. But basically, we've got Kit Guru's going to be there. So you've probably seen them online doing product reviews and stuff like that. They're going to actually be there doing like a hardware purchase intention survey, which is something they do every year. And they figure out what the trends are, what people are spending money on and stuff like that. And they're going to basically make that very easy for you to understand. We've also got Emma from Business Bollocks there as well. So can't say that name enough. Business Bollocks. She's going to be talking about, well, a load of bollocks and business, and basically how to promote your small business and do marketing and stuff like that. So she's going to be doing a talk about that.
She always says she takes the bollocks out of business.
Exactly. So there we go. And I have a feeling that word's going to be shouted quite a bit at the event.
Oh, bollocks.
Yeah, exactly. Next, we've got Hammond & Co., which are an accountants. So we haven't got any information on there of exactly what they're talking about yet. We're just waiting for confirmation. But in basics, they're going to be talking about accountancy, telling you how to help your small business, whether it's a sole trader, limited company, and so forth. They'll also have a stand as well, same as Business Bollocks. She'll have a stand as well, so you can talk to them in person at the stands if you wish, if you can't make it to the talks. One thing with the talks are all optional. You do not have to go to them. We don't, like a lot of events, they force you. You got to go to this introduction.
No,
You've got to then
we
go
don't
and
do that.
watch some boring person for 2 hours talking to you about what he did over the weekend and this, that, and the other, and everyone's fallen asleep by the time the actual event starts. These are all optional, so we're not forcing you to do any of these. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can carry on going around the exhibit.
You can walk around collecting all the freebies and everything you want to. It's up to you. It's your day. Make it the way you want it.
That's it. So we've also got Tech Roundtable going off as well. So there'll be myself, Will Murr from Consumer Tech, Ken Mosley as well from Canny Clever, as well as we've sent out a few invites to other people as well. So we're waiting for confirmation. And obviously, if you are interested in joining us on stage, let us know. And it'd be a bit like a Tech Talk Roundtable, what we normally do on a Thursday night. So we'll have 3 or 4 people on stage with myself, and we'll go around each other and come up with ideas, how to get more sales, put your prices up, the usual drill, but we'll also involve the audience as well. So obviously if a question comes up is how do you put your prices up without affecting your customers or putting your customers off, we'll go around the audience and ask them how. Obviously, you put your hand up. We're not going to put anyone in the spotlight if they don't want to be.
We won't throw a microphone in your face and have you answer it.
Exactly. We've also got Battle of the Distributors. We've had a few confirmations from the distributors that they will be. They haven't told us who at the distributors who will be actually attending yet, but obviously we'll post that as soon as we know exactly. But if you haven't been to the Battle of the Distributors before, it's basically where we get distributors from your well-known distributors in the UK up on stage together, basically telling you why you should buy stuff from them rather than their components. Sometimes they're a little bit too friendly to each other, I think.
Not components.
Competitors. Sorry. Okay. So there we go.
Yeah,
so,
don't buy from their components.
Why you should be buying from them rather than their competitors. That's correct. Okay, right. So I think that covers that bit there. Obviously, if you want to go to the Tech for Tech website, it's just or the TechMax website, it's just tftmax.com. We've organized it a little bit for you, so rather than it all being on one page, we have got separate headers for each section now, so it's easier rather than having to scroll all the way up and down one page to get everything. The website's grown quite a bit since we've had a large amount of stuff to add on just recently. So let me just turn that screen off, put chat back on. There we go. And chat, here we go. So let's just have a quick look at chat. So here we go.
Hello, Russell from Lexar. Good to see you tonight. And Liam at Live IT. Hello there. PC guy.
That's it. Let's have a look. So we've got Rich Creedy saying that's why I went YouTube route. So if you don't have to remember to put my name on, Richard's on about obviously with Facebook not showing your names when you reply. There we go. So obviously, someone talking about the beer again. Going to the PC guy, I'm guessing that's Jay, is going to remember bringing his business cards this year. Yeah. I would suggest bring your business cards, guys, even if you just have to get a few printed out with your information on, because some of the vendors and distributors will have glass bowls or something on their table for you to put that in. Obviously, they will use that to contact you if they need to in the future, but it allows you to enter competitions and stuff as well. So they may have a raffle for something, and obviously they pick out a business card, and that person's won I don't know, let's just say a laptop off the top of my head. I have heard of some of the prizes, what the distributors are wanting to bring with them, and one of them sounds extremely interesting. Again, until I get 100% confirmation, I'm not going to say anything just in case.
Leave it for a surprise.
Yeah.
Leave it for a surprise on the day.
That's it. Did you read Liam at Live IT out?
Yes, I did.
So, right, okay. So, and we've got Russell at Lexar and the PC guy saying hi to everyone. So, right, okay. So, let's get back on to the topic in hand. So, next up, we're going to talk about lunch. But before we do that, talking about the prizes, at the end of the day at 4:30, and this is the daytime part of the event, we will have the prize giveaway, which will basically where each exhibitor, we've asked each one for a prize or a gift of worth £75 or more, which will be given away at that prize giveaway at 4:30. Don't get me wrong, some of them will do it on their tables independently. So if not all of them will put that in for the end of the day, but for the ones who don't, which is generally quite a large number of them, I think last year we had, I think it was around about 45 prizes at the end of the day to give away, if I remember right, including stuff like Eurosoft's PC Check. We had some laptops in there. There was some sound bits and bobs, motherboards, cases, and so forth. So there you go. So, right. Okay, so let's get on to lunch. So, Jen, if you want to talk about lunch.
Oh, yeah. Lunch will be from 12 p.m. till 2 p.m. and you can go when you wish or have a chance. There is no dedicated time. There's no sign sheet that you've got to do to sign up for a certain lunch. It's just go when you get a chance. because there's certain things going on during the lunchtime, like talks, and we know how our vendors and our the others exhibitionists will have to break away and go when they can. So it's no set time. The menu: hand cut triangle sandwiches with twice cooked chips. Oh, I can just taste those.
Mhm.
And a cake selection. Or for your vegetarians and vegans and so forth, we have Caesar salad. And that sounds nice right there.
Yeah.
Caesar salad. Ooh. Teas and coffees will be provided throughout the day this year, thanks to Case King UK. And there will be a bar throughout the day where you can purchase other beverages. This is a cashless facility, so you need to make sure that you bring your credit or your debit card for your purchases. I can't stress that enough. Your evening ticket holders. 6 p.m. we're going to do dinner. And the dinner menu, we liked it so much last year, we're going to have a repeat. And that is barbecue spiced chicken wings, Cajun spice pork belly, smoked pulled beef, aubergine and courgette skewers, tomato and red onion salad, buttered corn on the cob and glazed with sesame seeds, twice cooked chips, pink coleslaw, and a selection of Chef's Choice mini desserts. So we have dessert this year.
Yeah.
There will be no assigned seating. So when you go in, pick a table, any table, sit where you want to, sit with a friend. Don't sit with someone you don't like. It's all good. And I don't have to worry about a seating chart that's going to make somebody unhappy. So there's no need to go and change for dinner. This is not a formal thing. This is a trade show. Just come as you are. If you want to know how to dress for the day, I say dress comfortable. Maybe a polo shirt, some nice jeans, and some trainers would do the trick. Uh, Phil will probably have a smart shirt like he's got on right now on with some jeans and trainers. It won't be anything over
I
the
usually have my
top.
trousers on, but again, it's up
You
to you
know,
guys what you have on. Obviously, we just say come however you want, just don't dress like a tramp. Is the basics to it. So
you don't have to have a
just
tuxedo though.
yeah, you don't need a tux, you don't need a suit, you don't even need a smart shirt, as Jen said, a polo or something like that will be
Yeah.
absolutely fine. And a lot of
Um,
people will just be wearing t-shirts with the company branding on as well, so
yeah.
that's totally fine.
Any dietary requirements, please ask the staff at Magna. They'll be able to sort that out for you. But you will have to have book this in on your ticket. When you go and book in on your ticket, you need to write down any dietary requirements and make sure that they have that first before you show up and say, "Oh, I need a vegan meal," and Magna's going to say, "Well, computer says no." You need to sort that out when you book in. Most things will fall under the menu that we've provided, though we've tried to keep it vegan and vegetarian friendly, and you know, it it's something for everybody.
Yeah, that's it. You've also got the drinks bit as well, haven't we?
Yep. There's going to be a free bottle bar. This includes serving size. I don't mean huge bottles of booze. No, this is serving size, like bottles like that. Of beer, spirits, wine is available by the glass. Uh, while we can't comment on specific drinks or brands, we're trying to make sure that we at least have a lager, a cider, and a stout option available. Dan, I wish I could guarantee Guinness. Can't do right now. Working on it. This will last from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. on your bar.
Yeah, and that's courtesy of the unknown sponsor
Yeah.
that we can't mention yet until things are finalised with them. So, yeah, definitely there. So, again, that free bar is from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for anyone who has got those evening tickets. If you haven't got an evening ticket, you want to get one, you know the drill. Go buy one. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Daytime tickets, if you just want to attend the event, tickets are free. So it won't cost you a penny. If you want lunch included, which is the sandwiches and cakes, what Jen mentioned, sorry?
£1.
Or just £1, yes. So, or just £1, and that gets you a lunch. Okay, the pound is there mainly just so we know that people are actually coming and we know how many to cater for lunch. And the evening meal tickets are £25. So the evening meal does not only just get you the meal, it gets you the drinks as well, and we'll also talk about the rest in a few minutes. But in basics, the awards and evening entertainment, which we'll talk about a bit more in a few seconds. Let's just quickly go through chat first. Russell saying that Origin's prize sounds like it's going to be a game changer. That's Origin Storage. If you guys haven't come across them before, Origin Storage they've been around a good few years, but they've sort of ventured into the gaming realm just recently. We've actually got a show in a few weeks' time that they're going to be on, so they'll be able to talk about them. I have heard what they are bringing or intended. I just need 100% confirmation before I publish it. But obviously, Russell, if you want to get all the hits and whoever else and give them a good beating up and tell them, right, send me the information, I'll get it published and promoted ASAP, because it's one hell of a thing, shall we say.
Liam, the date is the 21st of June.
Okay, so 21st of June at Magnet in Sheffield. I'll put the web address on the screen for you now. Let me just put the QR code at the bottom. There we go. And here we go, web address is there. So do the web address. That's probably easiest. So,
Joe is saying if I wear a suit, I get mistaken for the fat controller from Thomas the Tank Engine. I'll be wearing some nice jeans shoes and a smart top.
Oh dear. Unfortunately, I know how you feel, Gadget Joe. I get mistaken for someone quite often when I wear a suit, and that's the Beast out of what's it? Pointless, is it?
No, it's not Pointless.
I forget the name of it.
It's
that game show anyway.
It's not Countdown.
I forget it. Someone will tell us in chat.
I hate that show.
Oh, I don't know. It's all right.
I really do.
Anyway, back onto the main topic. There we go.
The chase.
Yes, there we go.
Yes,
so everyone knows what that one means. So so for some reason I get to branded as being that. So, but there we go. And so I know exactly how you feel, Gadget Joe. So Richard Creedy says, obviously one would hope you would have trousers on, Phil. Well, you don't know, Rich. We did say we didn't provide entertainment for you, okay? So
all I'm going to say is if we take it to that level, I'm out of the building. I mean, I know it's Sheffield and everything, but the full Monty just doesn't strike me as being a thing at Tech Max.
That would have been a good idea for evening entertainment, wouldn't it? The full Monty.
No.
There'd probably be only about 5 people in there wanting to watch it.
Imagine, though, at the age that they are. Oh,
yeah, exactly. So, right, okay, let's move on. Right, okay, so next up, we've also got the awards. If you haven't nominated for people for the awards, please do. I'll share the screen in a few seconds so you can see it. Here we go. Let me just put this on full screen and share. Here we go. So the awards are there. So we will be having the awards on the night. So there's 21 awards up for grabs. Obviously, vote for your favorite tech vendors and distributors on the website. You just go to the Tech for Tech's website, click awards. It's pretty straightforward. So you go to this website here, which is just techfortechs.co.uk.
We're going to reproduce.
Ignore that guy talking.
I always do.
There we go. And then click on awards and then vote for what you want. So let's just say we'll do distributors today. So you can go down that list, tick who you want as your favorite distributor. I'm just clicking randoms here, so don't think I prefer any over the other. Best refurbished tech, best account manager, best distributor website, and so forth. It's all there. Press vote, and that's it. The voting, as it'll say at the top of the page, ends on the 23rd of May. Finalists are announced on a live show on the 30th, and the winners will get awards on the evening of TechMax, which is the 21st of June. Okay, so that's there. So make sure, if you haven't already, vote for your favourite techs and so forth. We get asked this every year. People go, "Oh, have I won? Have I won? So I can turn up to the event and all this, that, and the other."
I'm not telling you.
We're not telling you. It's not fair. If you don't want to attend, that's fine. You don't have to attend to win.
No.
Okay. So just bear that in mind. So, but if you are not attending and you end up being listed as a finalist, we do recommend that you ask someone who is attending to pick up the award for you. Otherwise, we'll just ship it out to you after the event. So again, you don't have to be there to win, but obviously it'd be nice to have everyone who is a finalist there. It's something to shout about. It's not every day you get voted
We're going to
on.
have a show that lets you know that you're a finalist or not. So you'll know there's a good chance that you could be a winner. So you're gonna know whether you were shortlisted or not. So I think that if I was shortlisted for an award, I'd make the trip.
Exactly. So there we go. So just for those ones who are wanting to see the different brands, again, you'll see them flashing across the top of the screen. Let me just zoom into that just so you can see. We go.
Let's take a look at chat, Phil.
So there we go. So let's just go through chat. Okay, so we've got Laugh Out Loud for the full Monty. I don't want to give Russell any ideas. We know what he was like.
I know what Russell's like.
So the PC guy saying that made me laugh very loud. Short and trousers for me. Wore a waistcoat last year, but I may take it down. So again, up to you if you want to wear waistcoats.
Yeah,
pretty up to you.
Those are nice.
Some people do and will get changed between the evening meal and so forth, but there isn't that much time between the prizes and the evening meal, in all honesty.
Ian says, Phil, you could always wear your kilt.
Yeah,
I brought it home from America.
I don't remember if you brought it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's been worn not for a long time.
It was worn at an Irish pub in Pensacola, Florida. And all I can say is we got the best customer service this side of the Pacific Ocean. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of people asking, I didn't know you were Scottish. It's obviously relatives quite far back.
Yeah, it's a Scottish
clan gun. It is
a Scottish kilt in an Irish pub. There must be some sort of joke in there. We were at McGuire's pub. Is where we were.
It's got Viking ancestry and all this and the other. But I'm not going to bore people with that. For now, we're talking about TechMax. So right, okay. So let's have a look. What have we not mentioned?
We have not. We're going to go down to
evening entertainment.
Yeah.
So, evening entertainment, there will be a casino available in the foyer area at Magna. Let me just stick you a nice little picture up so I'll give you an idea what it looks like. So, obviously, it will be indoors, not outdoors, like that picture shows. So, there will be roulette. Is it blackjack as well, Jennifer?
I think we got roulette, blackjack, and
a few other bits and bobs, but casino-based.
Yeah, okay.
Carry on.
No. I forgot the other one when you go ahead.
Okay, that's no problem. But basically, we've got casino entertainment there. Obviously, this is obviously play money rather than real money because for obvious reasons, gambling and so forth. So it's not a real casino, but there will be a few, I think, prizes and bits what they're sorting out. With play money unofficially and so forth.
There are?
Probably.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. So if you don't want to take part in the casino, you don't have to. You can stay in the red room where the meal was served. You can network in there, talk, chat, tell jokes, dance, do the full Monty if you really want to before you get kicked out. And stuff like that. Okay, so we're catering for people who are wanting some entertainment as well as people who would prefer to network. Okay, and the bar obviously will be open from 6 till 10. And we all
know what networking means.
Mm-hmm.
That means drinking games.
Well, I'm not going into drinking games.
Is that right, Allison, if you're watching?
I think she was. So, but there we go. So, but yeah. So basically, free bar ends at 10 o'clock. May extend a little bit more than that, depending on how much everyone drinks, shall we say? But that'll be down to the sponsor. And on top of that, the bar will then still be open till 11 o'clock with kick out at 11:30. Okay?
Yeah, but it'll be paid from 10 to 11.
Yeah, after 10 o'clock it's paid for unless the sponsor extends anything. So there we go. Right, Facebook users laughing. So, right, so if any of you guys have got any questions about the event, feel free to ask because obviously if you don't ask, obviously we can't answer it and no one will know. But basics is we've got some questions what have come in or regular questions beforehand. So the first questions we've got, so I'll ask the questions, you can answer them, Jen, if you're all right with that.
I'm good with that.
Okay, so first question we got is, are kids welcome? And when they say kids, I'm presuming they mean children and not goat kids.
Well, that could have meant like any four-legged creature like Bond.
He's not really.
He's our kid.
But whatever.
I wish he was welcome. It would save me some money. Anyway, yes, if they are 12 plus, and as long as they are supervised and they are aware that this is a trade event and not a play event, please be aware that there is adult humor and language will be used, and we can't monitor this. If you want to bring someone under 12, please contact us first.
Yes, really suggest that because last year, especially at the evening meal, people got merry, and you know what happens when people get merry. They get very vocal sometimes. I'm not saying fighting or anything along that lines.
Oh,
but,
no.
but
We won't have
obviously
that.
their filter comes off sometimes.
And we find out that we can actually dance when we drink. We find out we can dance, don't we, Russell?
Oh, I think everyone knows Russell can dance. I think other people just fall flat on the face when they've had a few to drink, to be honest. But right, so someone's asked, how should we dress?
Yeah.
We've pretty much covered that already.
Yeah.
But basics is comfortable. Don't look like a slob. Obviously, you're promoting yourself, your business to others, but you don't need to dress in a suit or a tuxedo or anything daft like. Well, it's not like it's daft, but it's not readed. You're going to be at an event all day long. There's not been really anywhere to change or anything. You want to be comfortable, so jeans or standard trousers should be fine, and something like a t-shirt, polo shirt, or something like that.
Ladies, if you're asking me, ditch the stilettos and opt for flats.
Yeah, flats, go trainers, and anyone else who wants to wear anything like that, I suggest trainers or something comfortable to walk around. There's a lot of standard, don't get wrong, there's going to be seating people can sit down at and so forth, but still you're going to be on your feet for quite a bit, more than likely. Right, okay. That goes on to the next question was, will there be anywhere to sit?
Okay. Shall we go down to the next one then?
Okay, so basically there's plenty of places to sit in the big hall as well as next to the exhibition hall. But
Okay.
Is parking available is the next question.
Yes, there will be parking available, and it is free at the venue. You can also use many forms of public transportation in the area, as well as a bus linking Sheffield and Rotherham, which stops near the venue.
Yeah, I think it's the X11 or something like that, but that's on the website. Just go on to the venue information. It's there. There's also hotel information on the website as well as a discount code. What's the name of the hotel now? It used to be Jora's Inn. Is it Leonardo's or something now or something like that?
I can't remember.
But yeah, there's a discount code on there, but obviously shop around is probably cheaper.
But I will say this now. I'm not name dropping at all. Premier Inn is closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has a TGI Fridays adjacent to it. So all of you TGI Fridays fans, if you like to, get food there, that's the place to
go. Just something to add in there, which hasn't been asked. Sheffield, the centre of Sheffield, does have a emissions charge, congestion charge, or whatever you want to call it. So if you're coming in an really old vehicle, mainly vans and stuff like that. Just double check to see if you're exempt. That's for the centre of Sheffield. So if you're staying, but if you're in like where we are, then it's not there. It's just for people who would, let's say, staying at the Premier Inn in the centre of Sheffield or whatever. Just double check on that one. It's not too costly, but again, it's another expense and another thing you've got to worry about. But
and you may want to reroute your journey if you're having to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously most sat navs these days warn you, but again, if it isn't updated or whatever, may not do it. So next is, can I bring my mobility scooter?
Yes, you may, but please be mindful that oversized scooters may struggle in the big hall. And the big hall is where we will have our exhibitions going on. There's nothing I can do about it. I've planned the aisles to where they are adequate for at least 2, sometimes 3 people to get through. But when I say oversized mobility scooters, I'm talking about like Madge from Benidorm would show up in, waving the flags.
With the big handlebars and stuff.
Yeah. So if you have one like that, it's probably not going to get through. But if you have the simple one, then it's adequate. Wheelchairs are also welcome as well.
Yeah, we've done the space. The corridors in the venue are all spaced, so there's plenty of room. And the layout of the exhibition hall, there should be plenty of room between. But obviously, there's going to be a lot of people there, so it can get congested. Obviously, certain areas more so than others potentially.
And people like to gather around.
Yeah.
Where they see one person that they know, they go over, they start talking to them while they're talking to the vendor, and then another person sees it, and it's like a swarm of bees at the events. You ever notice they pile in one on top of the other, and you can't get to that vendor for about an hour until they clear out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just bear that in mind, okay? So if you're on mobility scooters, again, QR codes on the screen if you want to scan it, if you buy tickets, if you haven't already. We've obviously got plenty of room in the daytime. We are limited in spaces for the evening if you are interested in the evening. We've just released a few more evening tickets, what weren't needed by some of the vendors, or they needed less than they thought originally. So there are some tickets left for the evening. But I think it's about 25 altogether. Could be less than that now, but there we go. So next question is, can I film and take photos?
Yes, you can. But please note that some exhibition stands may not want you to take pictures of some of their products that they're showing because they're not officially released, NDAs and things like that. And it's always polite if you're going to take a picture of someone, boom, ask them first. Because if they're like me, they really detest getting a picture made. I really do.
General rule is 99.9% of the exhibitors won't have an issue with you taking pictures and videos and stuff.
No,
you always get.
It's always polite to ask, though.
Yeah, it's all down to personal preference. So I know it's legally wise that they can do and so forth, but again, it's just be polite when you're doing it. We do have a lot of influencers coming to the event. Gadget Joe, who you've seen in the chat, he's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Kit Karoo there as well, and there are a few others which I will mention in a few seconds as well. Let's have a look. Okay, so next one is, can I bring food into the venue?
No, is the answer to that. The venue has a policy against doing so. If you want to bring your own food, you need to leave it in your car. This is down to health and safety. Please keep your lanyards, though, to get back in if you exit the building. And that goes for anything, not just food. If you exit the building and you need to get back in, you need to have your lanyard.
Okay, so I think that pretty much covers most of the stuff. I'm just going to run everyone quickly through the website.
What about the talks?
And so forth.
You didn't go over that.
Yeah, we did. We did the talks.
No.
Yes, we did.
It says will we be recording the talks?
Oh, sorry. Okay, I missed that one off the list.
Yeah. The answer is we will not be recording or streaming live the talks. So if you wish to be a part of these, you need to visit in person.
Okay, yeah, sorry for clearing that one up, Jen. I
Mhm.
missed that one off the list. But yeah, if anyone else has got any more questions, feel free to ask. I think we've covered most things. I'm just going to run you quickly through the website so you can see some of the stuff on there. So you've got a bit more information and quickly go through it before we call it a night. So let me just put that on screen, get rid of that off the screen as well. So this is a Tech for Tech's website. It's tftmax.com. Pretty straightforward. You can see you can see all the vendors what have signed up at the top listed there as well. So you've got Iyama, OCPC, Surefire, Draytech, and so forth. Pax8. You've also got further down a countdown to how many days. So we're at 84 days now. So just under 3 months. You've got date and time. You've got where you can book your tickets. You've got some pictures from last year's event as well. You've got basic information why you should attend. You've got some nice videos. We've got one over here from Celtic Computers. Sorry, Celtic Computers.
Get it right.
Yes, get it right. Which obviously shows you what the event looked like last year. You've also got iDoctor as well, UK. They obviously visited the event and showed that off. Oh, can you just carry on a sec? Gemma's voice is just
Yeah.
suddenly going.
So yeah, if you haven't gotten yourself booked in, please do so. Time's are ticking. I've been really working hard to get you this event put together. Phil has as well. I do most of the admin work. If you want to get out there and exhibit, give me a call or an email, info@techfortext.co.uk gets your name in the hat for me to email you back. Please be advised, though, this is Easter weekend, and I won't be back in till Tuesday because I'm having an extra long break with my family.
There we go. Right. So yeah, thank you for that, Jen. My
Mhm.
voice suddenly started going, and I had a tickle in the back of my throat. So
Oh, I hate those.
yeah, so there's some testimonials on the website as well. You can see the press, media, and influencers who have officially signed up. We've got PCR, which do the awards and online and different things like that. You obviously ourselves are going to be in attendance. You've got Kit Guru, which you've probably seen their videos online. You've got Gadget Joe. You've also got Tech Hunter as well as iDoctor attending as well. So you obviously, if you are an influencer or you create content one way or another, media or whatever, let us know and we can get you added to the list as well. The exhibition, we've already been through all the people what have signed up.
Yeah.
Recent ones that have officially signed up. MSI was the most recent as of today.
Yep.
They are officials, so that's MSI. But as you can see on there, there's plenty of names. We had quite a few sign up towards the end of last week as well. We'll get to those in a few seconds, but those include Hammond & Co., which was the accountants. We've got Cloud Dolphin, Business Bollocks, CMS Distribution, CMS Cables, Samsung, Draytech, QNAP, NZXT, Pluggable. NZXT. Yeah, sorry. Voice is going again. Cables Direct Limited, Apacer, Mobile Pixel, and obviously, as we mentioned, MSI. You've also got the itinerary on there, so that will give you a basic idea of the show. So, what time it starts, your lunch, competitions, evening meal, casino, and so forth, as well as all the talks and everything and the times that they'll be taking place are on the website. There's more information about the venue as well, so you can obviously read about this information about parking, walking there, driving there by train, bus, or even using an Uber or a taxi, which there is plenty of options. And you can also see the venue map on that page, including the big hall layout. So it gives you a rough idea. Again, everything is subject to change, but generally...
Shall I quickly go through the itinerary and just let you... No?
We just did that, the itinerary.
No, the one that you...
Okay, yeah, just in a minute. Let me just finish the website. So sponsors. So we've got Case King UK is the main sponsor in association with Shrimplify, Duckley and Thunder X3 and Aerocool. Aerocool is a launch sponsor. Tech Awards sponsor is Strong. Digital sponsor is Iyama. And the gold sponsor is Pax8. Hotels information is on there, as we said before. So we've got a link which obviously takes you to, I think it's one of the booking websites, as well as a 15% discount available at Leonardo Hotel, formerly Jurors in Sheffield. And it's got promo code, and it's basically Magna in capital letters. There's also links at the bottom for things to do in Sheffield, Rotherham, and Chesterfield areas. So if you are visiting, you could visit somewhere like Chatsworth, which is nice stately home, or Hardwick, Haddon
Crooked
Halls,
Spire.
Crooked Spire. You've
Bolsover
got the
Castle.
Crucible in Sheffield, which is famous for the snooker and stuff like that. There's plenty of things around. You're on the
Hardwick
door.
Hall.
It's basically the door of the Peak District. So
Yep.
yeah, plenty of different things, and it's easy to get to the East Coast as well from as well. So if you're interested in exhibiting, there is information on there. You can fill it in on the website, or you can just email us or give us a call. Information is all there. There's basic information telling you that exhibition areas. If you are interested, again, we're open about all our prizes. Exhibition. There's only a few spots left though, but if you do want to exhibit, you're looking at £850 plus VAT for an exhibition spot. Obviously, if you want 2 spots or 3 or more, then obviously you'll have to contact us, and then we'll give you the updated pricing as well as any information about any remaining sponsorship opportunities. Otherwise, you've got a link there which takes you to previous events, so you can actually see information about last year's events and stuff and so on. So I think that pretty much covers that. Jenna's just going to give you the itinerary to finish off, and then we're just going to go through any last questions what came through.
So yeah, 10 a.m. the event opens. 10:45 is your first talk. 11:30 is your second talk. 12 p.m. to 2 is lunch. 1:30 is talk number 3. 2:15 is talk number 4. 3 p.m. is talk number 5. And 4:30 we have the prize giveaway. For your evening tickets holders, 6 p.m. we'll have our evening meal and the free bar opens. 7:30 we're going to attempt to have the awards around that time. 8:30 is evening entertainment, and 10 o'clock the free bar closes. 11 p.m. the bar closes, and 11:30 we're out of there. So that's the itinerary.
Yeah, which will probably end up being more like 12, half 12 when we were crawling out of there like last year.
Not
But
me.
Officially 11:30, let's put it that way.
I'll go to the truck.
That's it, yeah, you're going to go sleep on the bed of the truck.
That's it.
Right, let's open chat back up, see if there's anything we've missed there. So, so I think we've got most. Yeah, so I think we've covered most of the things on the chat. We just got someone saying good evening just about as we're about to go. So, good evening.
Good evening, but
Good
you
night.
missed it, lovey.
Yeah, exactly. So again, guys, we'll look forward to seeing you all at TechMax. We'll have more shows coming up in the next few weeks and so forth. We'll let you know what's going on. Otherwise, have a good Easter.
Yes.
Don't get too merry and eat too much chocolate. I'm guessing a few people will be guilty of those two things. So,
Well, it won't be Bond.
yeah, well, it won't be me. I'm not that big a fan of chocolate, but there we go. So there we go. So again, guys, thanks again for watching. Obviously, thanks again for taking part in Tech for Techs, TechMax, and anything else we do. Obviously, we're all reliant on helping you guys and you helping us. So, but obviously, attending an event like this is a big thing for your business. Not only do you get to see the newest tech, meet the vendors, which may give you some discounts when you get friendly with them. You might win some prizes. You also get to meet other techs like you, which is the biggest thing from any event. Even though all the things were going off and all the flashy things,
Yeah.
the networking side is the most valuable thing of any event, and that's why I tend to go
in
to
the tech
quite a
industry.
few.
I've noticed that a lot of times you'll see that we like to stick to our kind as of being friends with,
Mhm.
and this is our prom right here.
Yeah, best way
This
of
is
putting it.
our prom. This is geek prom, boys and girls. You get to go and catch up with the ladies and gentlemen that you've grown to love over the years. You're going to see people that you probably met at somewhere like CMS Connect or Target Open Day, and they will be there.
Yeah.
They will absolutely be there, and you'll get to catch up and everything. And it's just, like I said, it's geek prom.
That's it. It's basically a prime place to be. Other events are good. for networking and stuff like that, but they're usually only focusing on one brand or one
brands
company
they sell.
or brands they sell, where ours event focuses on everyone. And usually the biggest thing what most people say is they didn't have enough time to speak to everyone they wanted to. And I must admit, at the event, don't be offended if I don't speak to you or if I walk past you. I've probably got 100 million things at the event going off.
I find myself in the zone.
Yeah,
I am concentrating on what the task is that I'm supposed to be doing, so I could bypass my own mother at that event. It is that bad. I mean, so if I just blank you when I pass you, I mean nothing by it. I'm totally focused on what it is I've got to do. Out to Gadget Joe, he says he's looking forward to meeting people face to face just as much as the event in general. See, there you go. Thanks both. Looking forward to seeing you all again. Allison at EADR. Yeah, we're going to network, sister, and you know what I mean.
there we go. Right, guys, I'm going to leave you to it then. I'm going to leave you with this little video, but thanks again for watching. And if you haven't already, book them tickets. See you at the event.
There.
It's the ideal opportunity for you to turn up, find out new stuff, see new stuff, and learn from other people who do the same thing from you. And that's what we learned and how we managed to grow our business from meeting all these people. Right, again, thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
So long.